second thing that I want to talk about is the China Shock 2.0. So first, let's review a little bit. So if you look at this chart, you can see what the China Shock 1.0 and 2.0 are. Basically, a few decades ago, as China entered the WTO, you had literally a few 100 million people basically join the global economy. And those people specialized in manufacturing, right? So a lot of times it was just kind of cheap stuff like shoes, like clothing and stuff like that. And as China entered in the global economy, there has a tremendous increase of goods into the global economy, and you can see that in the rise of Chinese exports. Now, that goes a long way to explaining why, for a period of time, for a few decades actually, there was low inflation throughout the developed world. Now, low inflation was largely due to deflation in goods. They were importing low-cost goods from China that was keeping inflation low, not some like magical monetary policy stuff, man. That's so stupid. So you have a flood of real goods coming into the economy that pushes prices down, leads to goods deflation, and so that benefited the global economy significantly, right? That increased the living standards of everyone in the world as they had more access to lower cost goods. Now, at that time, people would widely consider Chinese-made goods to be cheap, not just in price, but in quality as well. It was perceived to be stuff that was just not good quality, and indeed, a lot of the stuff was, like cheap plastic toys and so forth. But over the past few decades, China has really changed a lot and really advanced a lot in its technology. If you look at what China exports today, it's not so much plastic trinkets and textiles. A lot of that stuff has gone to places like Vietnam, but it is high-tech goods like iPhones, like battery technology, like solar panels, like electric cars. So they've moved up significantly in the value chain, whereas now not only do they have world-class manufacturing, many people call them no lights out manufacturing facilities because it's so automated that there are no lights on because there are no people in there. But also the quality of the goods has risen a lot. If you have a computer, many of the components will be made in China.